What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sanchez405 coming at you. It's Warpath Wednesday on the Warpath. Just a couple of things talking about last week's preseason game. Normally, during the regular season, I'm going to do a video probably within the hour of, the game and everything, instant reaction, but it's preseason. I'm going to treat it as such. I saw a lot of bad things. Of course, I think the MVP of the game was Jeff Triplett and his officiating crew. I don't know how many times that they threw the flag and how many penalties were accepted in that game, but it seemed to be a massive amount. Just a few good things that I saw. R. Kelly's Chocolate Factory is coming back, and I'm talking about Robert Kelly, the running back there. Played really well, averaged about 5 yards a carry, and played pretty well. Punched it into the end zone one time. He had about 7 carries, for 40-some yards. Looked decent. Nate Sudfeld, I was really impressed by him as well. I thought he would struggle more than he would succeed in his first NFL action. And what I tell y'all, Sua Cravens is a baller. He's playing the middle linebacker spot, which I forgot to point out on Thursday Thoughts. And but really impressed by him. He played really well. He was just flying, trying to get tackles and everything, and it was just a straight up baller. And I was really impressed. Things I wasn't impressed in, the first team offense outside of Kirk Cousins looked pretty mediocre, but it's pretty vanilla in week 1 of the preseason. He went 5-5 for 39 yards, no touchdowns. Matt Jones struggled as well, and that's what's concerning to me. He had a run call back. It was a 12-yard run, but it was a holding call on Morgan Moses, so that came back and that negated it. And he only averaged, he had a total of 1 yard for 2 carries because he lost on 3. He lost on 3-yard carry there, but for the most part, it's preseason. Special teams look atrocious, especially giving up that kickoff at the beginning of the second half. I was very disappointed in that, and also the secondary. Where the hell has Aldrick Robinson been at, y'all? I don't know if you could tell me, because this was a guy who basically disappeared off the map after 2013 and having that career year in 2012, and he was the deep threat and made Matt Schaub look really good. Matt Schaub, who is famous for throwing picks to opposite colored jerseys, so I thought he was going to give us one, but he played really well for the Falcons. Kudos to the defense, although they didn't get a sack. The first team got to Matt Ryan, didn't allow him to complete a pass, so I think that's a bright spot there on that end. And just, we'll see what we do against the Jets. That's coming up on Thursday Thoughts tomorrow. But some stuff that's been new, I don't know what y'all have been hearing, but I'm impressed with Kirk Cousins. Kirk just keeps on impressing me with what he says. His latest comments were scrutinized. He said he wanted to be boring. He wanted to be like the San Antonio Spurs and, put your head down and win. There's nothing wrong with that. I watch First Take. I comment on what I see on First Take as much as I can. And Max Kellerman, who I've started to hate him a lot because all he talks about, he's obsessed with the Redskins name, blah, 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 and all this bull crap. But he said, when you have an owner like Dan Snyder Flash, you can take on that mantra. Don't take Kirk. And Stephen A. Smith was the same way. He's like, you want flash and flare. To be honest with you, we've been too much flash and flare over the last 20 years, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere. It's gotten us, 1-2 playoff wins in the last so many odd years. So if you look back to 1999, there's only, 2 playoff wins and 3 division championships. So we really don't have anything to lay our heads on. And Kirk Cousins actually made another point earlier this week. He said that he's playing like his job is on the line, and I'm impressed by that. guy making $19 million a year, and he is under the mindset that he still needs to prove himself, which he does need to prove himself because he's under that franchise tag. But just the thought of it and how he pointed it out, this guy, he's the leader that the Redskins have been lacking for years. And that is something I am just blown away by him. And if you see the thumbnail picture, I'm on the Kirk Cousins bandwagon. I love his attitude. Nothing against RG3 or anything like that. You guys know what I think of RG3. Go back in the videos, you check. You know, I'm about results. If Kirk can come out here and put his head down, be a lunch pail guy, that's what we need. Wide receivers and running backs can be prima donnas. Let the quarterback be that guy, that lunch pail guy, the hard head, the blue collar guy. Go out there and win. That's all you do. You don't need to be in social media or anything like that. And that's what people. I like boring. If boring, I'll take boring and get wins over flash and losing any day. And anybody who says opposite is stupid and doesn't know anything. And I'm honest to God, I'm just impressed with Kirk. Jay Gruden also, I'm impressed with him. He got on the boards after a sloppy practice. They had a short day Monday, moved back yesterday on Tuesday, and now Wednesday they practice here at Ashburn for the first time. And he said, you know, we can't have these lapses. And he's absolutely right. You cannot have these lapses, especially when you go on the road in October to England to play the Bengals. You don't have any room for sloppiness. Even if it's August, yeah, it can be corrected, but it's the mistakes you make in August that bleed over to September, October, November, December, and then you're sitting at home watching either Giants, Eagles, or Cowboys in a playoff game, and you know you don't want to see that happen. He told them. He has told them, and they got new locker. The locker room got redid up at Ashburn. And, you know, Rashad Breeland said, you know, hey, if this is what it takes to get new stuff, I guess we got to keep on winning. And he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's about winning. And, I mean, I'm having a feeling about this team. I think this preseason game, it isn't indicative of, you know, what's to come. I just think it's what it was. It was a preseason game. And, you know, special teams needs to show up for sure. That's always been the issue with us. The secondary as well. The secondary's just been bad. And that's something that's needs to be an improvement. But I'm impressed with Kirk Cousins. If he can put this out on the field, put this product out on September 12th and outdo Ben Roethlisberger, you won't hear any complaints out of me. Same thing with Romo and, you know, going up against Eli Manning, and then his big game. I don't even think those 3 games are the big game. It's that game against Robert Griffin III coming up in October. Prove everybody wrong who doubted you. That's what's coming up, and I think Kirk's got the ability to do that. But I hope y'all like the new intro and everything. I worked on that. If you have any suggestions, please comment, subscribe. I love the subscribers. I'm getting some more in here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. And we're going, like I said, we're going to make this big. This is big. This is a forum for Redskins fans. Comment what you think. You know, about the game, what you think about my thoughts on Kirk Cousins, because right now the future is now, and he's our future, and he's our now. So we've got to get behind him. As always, love, peace, and hail. And I'll be talking to you real soon. Thursday Thoughts coming up tomorrow. Look forward to that and previewing the game against the Jets. I'm out.